Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Event season is upon us, and instead of feeling like you need to straighten your curls this time, I'm going to show you how you can make your curls look amazing and achieve this curly updo. It kind of gives off messy, effortless vibes, but also kind of perfect. Often when we think of throwing curly hair up in a messy bun, it always sounds like an easy task. I used to think, how could it look wrong? Like, surely the curls will just look good even if they're thrown up messy because my hair's already messy. But actually, no, this can be the reality, and this is mainly to do with how we distribute and position the hair. So yes, there is a little bit of strategy to it, but I'm going to make this as easy as possible and guide you along the way. Firstly, I'm doing a bit of hairstyle prep. This is important because we don't want to snag our hair in the process. I'm just putting on a little bit of serum just to add a little bit of slip to the hair, and then I'm going to go in with a wide tooth comb, and what this is going to do is actually just help separate the curls a little bit, because if we're going to be pulling and tugging slightly on the hair or just moving our hair into different shapes, we want to make this as easy as possible. For this first hairstyle, what you're going to do is start creating mini messy buns all over your head, and it doesn't matter how neat these are. You can create as many as you need to, depending on your hair density, how much hair you have. What I'm doing is creating 4, essentially 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom, but as you can see, there's no parting involved. Nothing needs to be neat because we're actually going to pin these buns together, and what this does is give this gorgeous effortless look with the curls. And now we're going to try and perfect it by actually joining these buns together. So I'm taking these grips, bobby pins if you're in the US, and just gripping them together. Use as many grips as you feel necessary to keep the style in place. I really felt like I didn't need a lot, you know. I just make sure that I've got some at the bottom there so it's staying in there and not hanging down. But look how nice that looks. It looks like a proper formal updo, but with that messy element and perfect vibes at the same time. And I'm just going in with a spray just to tame any flyaways and to make it look a bit neater. Use what you like. You can use a stronghold gel if you like, but because I'm going to be showing you multiple styles, I use something a bit more conditioning. But look how nice that looks. I'm so happy with that, and I'd wear that to a wedding. I'd wear that on a night out. It's very versatile, to be honest, and it took me less than 5 minutes to do. The second hairstyle I'm going to show you is similar, but a lower messy updo if you want it a bit lower on your head. And here's a different way of going about it in case the first method didn't quite work for you. Here I'm just spraying some conditioning spray into my hair just because I'm going to have to separate up the curls a little bit and we don't want to snag our hair. So firstly, if you want front pieces out, take those out now. You can see this hairstyle as 2 different parts. So clip out the first front section of your hair on top of your head, and let's focus on the back. With this silk or satin scrunchie that's matching your hair color, make a loose-ish bun at the back, create a hole just above it, and loop the bun through forward towards your head. And then start pulling it out at the bottom and just tucking that remaining hair in. Now what I'm doing is taking that front section and I'm defining a middle part here. I do really think that really elevates the look. Obviously it's totally up to you. You can adapt these styles. And I'm taking some moisturizing spray to just tame flyaways. But you can use a gel or anything to keep this style in place. I'm now creating a small messy bun, kind of like the messy buns in the first style, but just 1 on each side. So I did 1 on the left, now I'm doing the 1 on the right. And again, don't worry too much about how neat these are because we're going to pin them together. And it's going to create this cute like bun trio, but all together, because we're gripping it all, it kind of just looks like an elegant, messy but perfect updo at the lower back of your head. You can now just adjust this by pulling out bits of hair, gripping the bottom to make sure it's not going to fall out, but this is pretty sturdy, trust me. This is not going anywhere, but you can just adjust this, so you can like almost pull the buns out slightly to make it thicker looking as well. And this is it, and it looks so cute. I just pulled out some little bits at the front to give it this whimsical, is that the word? I think, kind of look, and just make it a little bit more messy elegant, and I'm just pulling some bits out here. The one thing I want to say is obviously using that satin scrunchie, make sure it is a similar colour to your hair because you will likely see a tiny bit of it. And obviously if you don't have one that matches your hair, you can just use a normal hair bobble, but that could be more snagging on the hair, which is why I use the scrunchie. And now for the third look, I'm showing you this messy bun. This is still an updo, similar to the others, but more of a bun, and I wear this in maybe more casual settings, but it also can be worn for any event. As mentioned earlier, these are all fairly similar updos. They do differ in appearance and style slightly, but they can all be adapted. So the point is, I'm just really trying to show you different methods for a similar type of look so that you can combine information and create what works best for you. So for this bun, I put the front section away, the bangs fringe area, and I'm now pretending as if I'm going to do a half up, half down, but this is really just 2 stages to the bun. So what I'm doing is looping that scrunchie, and then I'm bringing half of the hair through, so some of the curls are hanging out on the end. Obviously this will differ depending on your hair length, but I'm just padding that bun out, making it voluminous. And then what I'm going to do is take that next section, so the bottom section, then taking my hair tie and tying it around all of the hair. So this bottom section is now hanging out. And what this does is give the illusion of like a bigger, fuller bun. But obviously depending on your length, you will now adjust this because my hair's a little bit longer to just leave the hair out. So what I'm doing is pinching the hair and then bending it in the middle and putting the grip in the middle like that. So bending, and then where it kind of tucks in, I'm putting the grip there. These are just bobby pin type grips. Again, I'm just showing you a visual of bending the hair and putting the grip in the middle. And it gives this big voluminous bun that's sometimes difficult to get on first go without dividing the hair in 2. Now it's up to you how you style the front of your hair, but I do really like to part it, which is why I've sectioned it off at the beginning. And now what I'm doing is actually just smoothing it with a brush, then gripping it at the back of the hair. For this front section, I would recommend using a hard hold gel or something that's going to really keep that in place without too much frizz. I think that really will elevate the style. For this, I did just use like a conditioning spray, but if I was actually going to an event with this or outside in the elements, I would be smoothing this back section and the front with something that's going to give me hold. I really love how this turned out. If you want to make it look a little bit messier, you can pull pieces out at the front and even pull small pieces out of the bun as well. It's completely up to you. Obviously customize all of these to suit you. And that's it, guys. Here are 3 different ways to achieve a whimsical curly updo for your upcoming events this year. I really hope you found these visuals useful. Obviously, feel free to mix and match methods to get your desired outcome. And remember, trial and error is your best friend. If you liked the video, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.